I tweeted, I replied to a tweet
Yeah.
from, it was a new article from The Verge about a JBL earbud case with a screen on it. Mm-hmm. I wanted to put this in here and get your thoughts. I don't know if this is, I think this can only be two things: genius or absolutely terrible. And I don't see how it's anywhere in between.
I don't disagree with you. I'm so like for audio listeners or for anyone who just didn't see this at all, imagine like JBL's releasing, they're called the Tour Pro 2s. It's a truly wireless earbuds like everyone's doing. It has ANC, it has ambient sound. It's got pretty much everything everyone's looking for right now, except that the case on the back side of it looks like maybe the front side. It's hard to tell because it's not open, but there's a small screen, shows a couple little widgets there, and like that is where you can do some of the controlling for your earbuds.
Yeah.
What do you want my thoughts first, or do you want to?
What do you think?
What are you leaning? I'm actually leaning. I'm leaning one way, but there's a caveat to it.
Okay.
I think it's a really good idea for anyone that doesn't have a smartwatch. Does that make sense?
Smartwatch.
If you have a smartwatch, it makes this completely redundant, I think, because most of these not totally, but most of these controls like volume, sound skipping, notifications, all that can show up on this screen. But if you have it on your smartwatch, you probably don't also want it on your earbuds case.
I guess my question is, where are you keeping this case? Like when I go to listen to music with my earbuds, I take the pod or whatever it is out of my pocket.
Yeah.
I take the earbuds, I put them in, and then I close the case and I put that back in my pocket. So in that exact instance, there is no point because I might as well just take out my phone.
Okay.
So I must not be putting it back in my pocket.
I feel like I tried really hard to think of some of the scenarios that this could be in. Okay. So like, you know me, I always talk about climbing because it's what I do a lot. I could see this being awesome for climbing because my phone is in my chalk bag that comes around with me, but my earbuds case could just be sitting on the mat next to me. And then I can really easily switch sounds, turned on active noise canceling or ambient sound, still get notifications and stuff in that, and my phone can just stay in there and not get chalky. Or kind of hiking. If I don't do this, but if you're one of those people who likes to listen to music while you're hiking rather than the outdoors, like maybe just enjoy the outdoors for once, then you have that there and you can leave your phone in your backpack, maybe even like traveling or something like that.
So counterpoint.
Sure.
I just reviewed the Pixel Buds Pro, which are less expensive than this, by the way. And you can do all of these same controls on the earbuds. You can switch between ANC and transparency mode. You can play pause. You can go to the next song. Google Assistant reads your notifications out loud. You can do all of this stuff without also risking your case.
Okay. Counterpoint. All of those controls suck on all earphones, and I hate looking like a moron tapping on my head.
But you're tapping on a tiny case instead.
Yeah, I'd much rather like hold it and like look to see Claire texted me that like I should get home, which really means I should stay longer at the climbing gym, or like being like skipping songs, like the double tap. I'm using the Sony Link Buds right now, and like tapping my temple, it makes it look like I'm just like having a tough thought while I'm at the gym. And
I wouldn't go straight to the Link Buds, but I just feel like
I don't know. I've never had a good time like swiping or like tapping earbuds to get it to like play, pause, skip, go back.
So
like that.
I have a hard time with the swipes on some. Like the Pixel Buds are so small that I couldn't really get the swipe down.
Yeah.
But the tap is just like one tap or two taps or three taps. So I never had a problem with that. Like the Surface Buds, the huge Surface. Like
maybe
you can
they're ahead of their time.
Swipe all day on those. Even the Sonys, you can swipe on the side of like actual headphones.
Yeah.
But yeah, swipe is volume on the Surface or on the Pixel Buds. So I didn't really do that too often.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like the case. I do think it's crazy, like niche. I would also love to hear from people in the comments of like how they could see this working for them. I think there are scenarios where somebody would rather have their phone in their bag, and then this would be something they can keep in their pocket and make a couple changes and notifications with. I can also tell you, I would always prefer to read a notification than have it play through like off Google.
Yeah.
Oh my, I could not. My
when
car.
The Slack is going. The Slack is going off, and it's just like another person said, and they said, and they said. It's just the worst.
The way I type in Slack, like, I'm the multiple new line guy in Slack that everyone hates.
It interrupts the previous, like basically I first was starting to test these out and you would type something and then hit enter and then it would start reading your message, and before it was over you'd hit enter on a new message and it would interrupt itself, and so it would just keep sounding like you were interrupting yourself, but I would never hear the entire thought. I turned that feature off so fast.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I mean, like, I would like to have that on this screen, getting a couple
So you
messages
get your phone
up there.
notifications on the screen too?
You can see, like, on the picture here, there's a couple dots on the side that show what screen you're on. And I do believe that it says social media notifications, receive calls and messages, and see basic things like battery life.
Okay, so then here's another question. Smartwatches, JBL basically just built a smartwatch, but put it inside of a case instead.
Yeah.
A smartwatch has a pretty limited battery life because the screen uses lots of energy. So this is either a really nice screen that's going to destroy the battery life of the case, or it's a really bad screen so that it doesn't impact the battery life. That's what I'm guessing.
This says 32 hours total, 6 hours per usage, and 32 hours total in
That
terms of
sounds
like
normal.
recharging. That sounds totally normal to
Yeah.
me. I don't care if the screen's that great. It does look like it's a color screen according to one of these renders. There's like some orange on it, but it's mostly white. But other than that, you're right. I think it basically has. It is a smartwatch that then also gives you the couple extra fine tuning details of your earbuds, because your smartwatch isn't going to be able to. It would actually be awesome if it could, but if my smartwatch could,
It does.
you can turn off like noise canceling with
The
it.
Apple Watch does.
The Apple Watch does.
I haven't used the Samsung Watch yet with Pixel Buds. I'm not sure if it would do
Probably
that.
it might do it with Galaxy Buds.
Yeah, that's
If it doesn't, it should, because in that case, then yeah, these are totally
Yeah.
dumb. What did you say the price was on this? I don't think I saw them.
$250.
Oh yeah,
250.
You're right, $250.
This to me looks like something I would fully expect to see. It wouldn't even be phased at all at CES. I would see this on the CES show floor. I'd be like, you had an idea and you just made it a thing and you brought it to CES to see if anyone would bite.
This would be like the most tame thing at CES. This episode. God,
This episode's sponsored by Boots.
this episode of Waveform is brought to you by. This episode of Waveform is produced by Adam Molina and Ellis Rovin. We are brought. This episode. This episode of Waveform. This is our clips outro now. This is just me failing.
You got this. I'm cheerleading you.
This episode of Waveform is produced by Adam Molina and Ellis Rovin. We are partnered with Vox Media Prod. This episode of Waveform is. This episode of Waveform is. You just start falling
Here,
hard.
I got
Have you ever seen where Homer falls off the cliff and then gets brought back up on the helicopter?
Wait, I got it.
Do it. Read us out.
This episode of Waveform is produced by Adam Melita and Ellis Rovin. We are part of the Vox Media Podcast Network, and our intro-outro music is brought to you by Vane Sill. First try, it's not even that hard.
There was a stumble that you saved. I caught it, but it was
Brought to you
good.
by versus by.
Well, I think you did that. We're happy you got it, and then we're focusing on that and going into the our vein seal thing. Yeah. Good job. It's harder.
I got
to
further.
Correct yourself.
I got further.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll use it.
There we go.
There it is. That's also the clips outro.
That
Bye.
is clips outro. Leave a like for me completely ruining and potentially losing my job because of that.
I'll be doing outros from here on out.